As I said earlier, I will be showing you this deck I'm working on that is mostly made out of World Wake cards and the cards and all cards I've basically recently gotten. From my understanding, this is standard legal for now, so yeah, for those actually interested in stuff like that. It is a red-green deck. Not really sure of the category. I think it's a mix of burn and aggro. It's obviously not all that good considering I'm not that good at deck building, but I like the concept, as I said earlier. This is mostly using cards I've gotten while working on this channel. And split this in half so it's easier to manage. Alright, so we got Bull Rush. Actually, you know what, screw this. I am going to reorganize this so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm back and a bit more organized. So, let's get started. As I said, it's a red and green deck. And for basic lands, got 9 mountains and 9 forests. And for non-basic lands, I have a Kazandu Refuge. This will focus. Yeah. And I've got 2 Raging Ravines. And, let's see, so for res spells, and, well, let's just go with burn spells first, because that is kind of what this deck works with, in a way. Got 4 Searing Blazes, got Quenchable Fire, and Burst Lightning, that's pretty much all the burn spells I've gotten, which is kind of unfortunate because I like burn spells. Next up, we've got Bull Rush. It's a decent card. Honestly, I'd rather have, like, maybe Lightning Bolter or something else in this deck. But with what I've got, this was the best option. Alright, and then, let's see, more red spells. Claws of Valakut. 2 of these. Let's see. Get into red creatures. Alright, so first off, got 4 Skitter of Lizards. It's a first turn play set, obviously, and then if you have one of these late game, you can just buff it up, which I will actually explain a mechanic that I'm working with behind that later on. Also, I have Dragon Master Outcast in there, just to get that extra dragon in there. I mean, I wouldn't play this first turn just because then it's obviously a target for removal. And yeah, I want to protect this as much as I can. So playing it later on will probably be more useful. Mordant Dragon, which kind of works in with the the whole burn spell thing, especially if it can get in. And since with the combat with this, I will hopefully have 2 5/5 dragons in the air, so yeah, it's kind of a hard push on them. And now let's get into the green aspect. So as you saw earlier, I was kind of going burn aggro, which is why I have 3 Quest of Renewals, which is very nice, especially considering I've got other things in there that I will explain with more mechanics. Actually, I'll just set that up now to show off later. Alright, and we've got Wolfbriar Elemental, and there's another mechanic with this that I will also explain later. Summit Apes, obviously. It's great because then you've got since it's a red-green deck, there you go. Got a nice little combo going with that, and it's pretty strong. Get the beats in with this. Nearly destroys pretty much every creature they'll be able to play. Next up, we got 3 Bestial Menaces. Just to get more chump blockers and, whoops. More chump blockers as well as some extra firepower if we really need it. And of course, 2 Leatherback Baloths. Nice. In my opinion. Yeah. And then, as you saw earlier, I did have a few of the nice little fun shenanigans with Searing Blaze, which is why I have Explore. So it's 1, it's a card engine, and 2, it's just nice to have an extra, which I will also explain later. Alright. And now, actually no, that's not all the stuff out. Get into the combos after this. Oaken Form, obviously, it's good. It's 3 to +3/+3. And 2 Canopy Covers, which basically gives them Flying and Shroud for 2. Alright, now let's get into the combos of this whole thing. Alright. So, let's get here. I have 4 Arbor Elves, which is basically Llanowar Elves for this. Now, with these, there's obviously going to be Omnath Locus of Mana, because then, like, you get 2 of these in play. Yeah. It's an extra 2 to him, because you can just tap them and get another forest. And once you get a big enough mana pool for this guy, like say, in a test run I did, which isn't test play, I was just testing the deck to see what I did. I actually got a really good hand for this guy. So he came out like turn 4, and I just kept putting mana on him. By like turn 5, he had about, I think it was 11 mana stacked on him. So he was a 12/12, which is where these come in. Because these will tap every time Arbor Elves come in, and then whenever it is the opponent's on tap step, and like say they don't attack, right before the end of their turn, I just tap all my Arbor Elves, and there you go. Got some more mana for Locust. And then comes this guy. Yeah. Because it's all green mana. It's all green mana. Just get a bunch of these tokens out there while still leaving enough for this guy to do some decent damage and block. There you go. Which is the big combo in this deck. Everything else is kind of just stalling till I can get a this decent setup going. But yeah, tell me what you think, if you even care. So yes, that is this deck. 60 cards, I think. Fairly sure it's 60 cards. But yes, hopefully this will be better, and I will possibly report back later on its continuation and progress. Anyway, catch you guys later.